Overview. The controls for the Mode S transponder and Traffic Alert and Collision Avoidance System, TCAS, are combined on one controller located on the center pedestal. Mode S transponder combines the functions of Mode A, identification of the aircraft by air traffic control, ATC, through the allocation of a dedicated code. Mode C, transmission of aircraft altitude and identification to ATC. Mode S, provides data transmission between aircraft to facilitate the operation of TCAS and to provide data transmissions to and from ATC. TCAS uses the Mode S capabilities of the transponder to provide warning of nearby traffic. If that traffic becomes a threat, guidance is given to resolve the conflict. Indication of other transponder-equipped aircraft are displayed on two plan position indicators, PPIs. Vertical guidance is provided on the VSI scale of each PFD and by oral commands. A dual transponder system and a single TCAS are fitted. Upper and lower TCAS antennas are located on the center line at the front of the aircraft. Two upper and two lower transponder antennas are also located at the front of the aircraft. Transponder. The system consists of two Mode S transponders, two pairs of antennas, an upper and a lower for each system, and a combined transponder TCAS control panel. Controller. Power is provided to the transponder system when the avionics master switches are selected on. With standby selected on the control panel, the last code selected will appear on the display. The system will not transmit in the standby mode. Selecting on allows the system to transmit and receive in all modes, both on the ground and in the air. Selecting either TA or RATA enables the transponder and the TCAS. Transponder codes may be entered in any selected mode by use of the keypad. The Clear button removes the current code from display. The code returns if the Clear button is pressed again or a new entry is not made within a few seconds. A new code may be entered directly at any time, but only a 4-digit entry is accepted. If less than 4 digits are entered, the display reverts to the previous code. When the system is in use, the ident button transmits an identification pulse to ATC. Only one transponder can be used at a time, as selected using the transponder switch. The transponder that is not selected remains in standby and immediately uses the current code if it is selected. The selected system is indicated on the display. A 3-position altitude reporting switch selects altitude reporting from ADC1 or ADC2. This enables modes C and S. In the off position, the transponder operates in mode A. How is power applied to the TCAS transponder? TCAS. The TCAS system utilizes the Mode S transponder system to provide warning of traffic advisories, and to provide audio-visual collision avoidance advisories, resolution advisories. The TCAS is capable of calculating evasive action for a conflict with more than one other aircraft. Power is supplied to the TCAS system when the number 1 avionics master switch is selected on. The altitude reporting switch must be selected to 1 or 2 for the TCAS to be operational. Plan Position Indicators, PPIs. The relative position of up to 30 transponder-equipped aircraft are displayed on both PPIs, which are located on the left and right instrument panels. If an aircraft is not equipped with a transponder, or if it is switched off, it will not be displayed on the PPI. Indicated range is selected on the TCAS range control on the TCAS control panel and repeated on the PPI. A 2 nautical mile range radial is also displayed around the aircraft symbol. Aircraft detected within plus or minus 2,700 feet vertically are displayed on the PPI as an open diamond symbol known as Other Traffic. In order to assist the crew in visually acquiring the target, relative vertical displacement is indicated in hundreds of feet and climb or descent by an arrow. If no altitude information is received from the target aircraft, the numbers and arrow are removed. If the aircraft approaches to within plus or minus 1,200 feet vertically, within the selected range, but not perceived by TCAS as a threat, the symbol becomes solid and is known as proximate traffic. Traffic Advisory, TA. TA traffic is traffic within a 30 to 45 second envelope from the closest point of approach of the aircraft. It is identified as an amber solid circle, now showing that the aircraft is perceived as a potential collision threat. This symbol is accompanied by the oral warning, Traffic, Traffic. If this warning is received, no deviation should be made from the ATC clearance. Resolution Advisory, RA. If the detected aircraft continues to become a collision threat and enters a 20 to 35 second envelope from the closest point of approach, the symbol changes to a solid red square. Guidance is provided in pitch only to provide vertical separation. This is called a resolution advisory. Vertical guidance is given in relation to the VSI strip on the PFD. RAs are classified as either corrective or preventative. Corrective RA. Corrective RA displays are depicted as a red band placed on the VSI scale. Corrective action must be made to place the needle out of the red band towards the green band in order to minimize the risk of collision. Every corrective RA has an associated oral warning issued through both the loudspeakers and the headsets. The following corrective RAs may be experienced. Click on any of the warnings to hear the audio. You may advance to the next page at any time.
Climb, climb, climb. Climb, crossing, climb. Climb, crossing, climb. Increase, climb. Increase, climb. Reduce, climb. Reduce, climb. Descend, descend, descend. Descend, crossing, descend. Descend, crossing, descend. Increase descent, increase descent. Reduce descent, reduce descent. Climb, climb now, climb, climb now. Descend, descend now. Descend, descend now. Clear of conflict.
Preventative RA. Preventative RA displays are depicted as a red band on the VSI scale, which must not be entered in order to prevent the risk of collision. The message, "Monitor vertical speed, monitor vertical speed," is issued. What symbol on the PPI designates proximate traffic? What action should you take following the message, "Monitor vertical speed, monitor vertical speed"? Mode, warning and failure indications. The PPI also serves as a TCAS mode, warning and failure annunciator display. Click on a box to view the indications on the PPI. TCAS and transponder test. The TCAS system automatically self-tests on power-up and during normal operation. A combined transponder and TCAS test may be initiated by pressing and releasing the test button on the control panel. The transponder indicates pass and the transponder fail light illuminates for 3 seconds to indicate that the test has passed. To indicate a test fail, a fail code is displayed and transponder fail lights continuously. Because TCAS requires a serviceable transponder, any transponder fault must be rectified before TCAS can operate. At the same time as the transponder test, the following test pattern is displayed on the PPI. The TCAS failure flag is displayed on the PFD, followed by the test display. On completion of the test, one of the following messages will be heard.
TCAS system test OK. TCAS system test fail.
Operating characteristics. The operating characteristics of TCAS are modified dependent on radio altitude and flap configuration. Click on any of the boxes to view its details. System operation. The transponder and TCAS should be selected on immediately before takeoff and should be selected to stand by as soon as the runway has been vacated after landing. To prevent unwanted RA commands when simultaneous approaches are being made to parallel runways less than 2,500 feet apart, TCAS should be selected to TA only. The pilot has the authority to deviate from an ATC clearance in response to a TCAS RA and must do so unless it is considered unsafe. However, no evasive maneuver must be made solely in response to traffic displayed on the PPI or in response to a TA only. Pilot response must be limited to the minimum necessary to resolve the conflict. Calculation of corrective RA commands assumes a pilot response time of 5 seconds or 2.5 seconds for an increase or reverse of that command. When the message "clear of conflict" is given, the aircraft must immediately return to the original ATC clearance unless otherwise directed. Because TCAS does not consider the factors which adversely affect aircraft performance, such as excessive bank angle, one engine inoperative, landing gear not retracted, operations at high density altitude, operation at speeds lower than normal, it is possible to reduce the stall margin when following an RA command. The stall warning must always be respected when following an RA command.